A university is not something that one simply opens, like a savings account or a jar of pickles. Any self-respecting academic institution was doubtlessly opened long ago by dignified people who wore bowler hats and spoke via subtitle. The world is a creation of the past, and it is our job to keep it all going and try not to touch anything.
Students are reminded that you'll reminisce eventually. Maintenance announcement. Plants need water, remember? Required in lecture theatre.
Sir Nigel Bickleworth on 2 Point Radio. I hear that another university has opened its doors to the aspiring bookworms and lab rats of 2 Point County. Listeners may remember that I don't like new universities because they're not old and therefore not any good. If they were, they'd have opened a long time ago. That's called logic, students, though I don't suppose you'd know.
Starting in the science lab. Students should check in before trying to learn. now taking students for Scientography.
Welcome back. I can't say that I understand our county's recent fascination with opening pop-up universities on a weekly basis, but it seems appropriate to commemorate the opening of yet another fun-time house of real good learning. I thought we'd talk about the past, memories, and nostalgia. The feelings that things used to be, in some incalculable and all-encompassing sense, better. But why do we feel that way? Are we wearing rose-tinted glasses? Perhaps. Did everything used to be better? Probably.
The timetable is now live. Janitor required in bathroom. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
I used to love taking the train, the steam, the crisp sandwiches, watching people's luggage fall. Oh, those were the days. Sadly, I now find the experience of using our county's rail services is missing one rather vital component. I find that everyone seems all too engrossed by their mobile phones. Now, I have no interest in talking to anyone, but what I did like was ignoring people. It's just no fun if they do it for you.
Janitor required in bathroom. Student housing should be character building, not pleasant. Scientography lecture, starting now. Janitor needed in dormitory.
Mayor Tabitha Winsock has overseen countless disasters during her time in office.
Oops.
Who else can boast that kind of experience? Probably no one. Tabitha Winsock, you know what you're getting.
Students are reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet. Janitor needed in dormitory.
instantly stolen back to the days of my youth. Yes, after inadvertently trapping myself in the airing cupboard, what did I come across but my old wooden tennis clogs? It had been too long since I thought about my days on the university tennis team. It was said that the mere sound of our carved shoes were enough to cause eruptions of rosy cheeks and giggling on campus, although some believed that it had something to do with our shorts.
Janitor to maintain lectern. Thank you. Janitor needed in dormitory. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
Whatever happened to wooden tennis shoes anyway? The visual spectacle of tennis used to be accompanied by a positive symphony, a sound like a company of coconuts dancing on a ballroom floor. Only wooden tennis clogs can produce such an enchanting auditory experience. But what do they wear now? Ghastly, squeaky things. And for what? Added grip? Light weight? It's practically cheating.
Janitor needed in library. required for groundskeeping. Thank you. Janitor needed in dormitory.
The rise of the synthetic shoe is not confined to the tennis court, sadly. I'm sure many long-time listeners know that I visit Confetto's Cobblers once a year and treat myself to a pair of brogues, or loafers if I'm feeling scandalous. On my most recent visit, however, I was horrified to find that my dear cobbler had been replaced with an establishment by the name of the Shoe Zoo. But can one truly describe their collection of footwear as a menagerie without possessing a single pair of brogues? I think not.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Janitor required in bathroom. Doesn't matter how desperate you are. No urinating on campus facilities.
Remember the start of the show? Remember when we were going to talk about nostalgia? Oh, what a paradise it seems. And yet, here we stand, talking about training shoes. Another vision gone awry over the savage passing of time. How fitting. How dreadfully sad. Things used to be better, dear listeners. How can you know for sure? Well, my show is over. They can't be getting better, can they?
Showering is technically but not socially optional. Janitor required in bathroom. Students are reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet. Janitor required in student lounge. ask questions. I believe that smell is you. We're approaching the end of the academic year. Try not to worry.
Hello, sorry. You're listening to Campus Radio. I'm Maggie Watmore, and I didn't realise I was hosting today's show until 5 minutes ago. It's okay, I'm sure we'll be fine. I haven't done a show without my notes before, but that doesn't bother me at all.
Enjoy your summer. I know I will. The summer is a good time to relax and prepare for next year. Just got bigger, not necessarily better.
This next story is about a shed, apparently. That's all I've got. Here to tell us more is Hugh.
That's right, the groundskeeper's shed appears to have moved some 2 to 3 meters overnight. Of course, as an inanimate object, the sudden move has come as somewhat of a shock. One member of the custodial staff described the event as probably the strangest thing to happen in the greater Flemington area. Leading theories range from haunted wood to tectonic shifting, but one fraternity is claiming responsibility for the anomaly. Their spokesperson saying, "We just moved it. It wasn't that heavy. We can move it back if you like." Maggie, back to you.
Announcement. Healthy body, healthy mind. I came up with that. Showering is technically but not socially optional. Students are reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet.
Should you study with a friend, or should you ignore them at all costs? We've all asked that question. Here's Wanda with the answer. Last week, I advised you to try studying in pairs, and it seemed like a good idea. Turn time with a book into time with a friend. A no-brainer, right? Wrong, I'm afraid. My roommate made up a mnemonic device for something on my course, but it was so effective that I can't remember what it stands for. All I have left is decorate my salamanders nightly. And what's that? Sorry, Jessie. Back to studying alone. Shame.
Students eating rubbish are reminded that you are what you eat. Frequently asked questions. I believe that smell is you. Now taking students for virtual normality.
Stop what you're doing and eat some cheesy gubbins! 3 out of 5 people agree that cheesy gubbins are cheesy-licious! And that's not even a word! Cheesy gubbins! What are you talking about? Cheese!
Doesn't matter how desperate you are, no urinating on campus facilities. Students are reminded that the rain isn't my fault. Thank you. believe that smell is you. Announcement. Healthy body, healthy mind. I came up with that.
That's it from us at Campus Radio. So my day isn't entirely over. I'm heading to the library to finish and start an essay, and I may be there all night. But I'll be back tomorrow morning for another show. Hopefully I don't fall asleep in the archive section again. Wish me luck.
Janitor required in bathroom. Frequently asked questions. I believe that smell is you. Janitor required in bathroom. announcement. Healthy body, healthy mind. I came up with that. Janitor needed in library. Attention, your finger is not a toothbrush.
Sir Nigel Bickleworth. Cheers, cheers! On 2 Point Radio, salutations and congratulations on your exquisite taste. You're tuning in for the peak of sophistication on our county's airwaves, Sir Nigel Bickleworth on 2 Point Radio. But of course, you already knew that.
Janitor required in bathroom. Students are reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet. but not socially optional.
It's time for Sir Nigel Reviews, and thanks to the enlightening intervention of our wonderful producers, you, the audience, have chosen the object of our desires this week. The public's collective wisdom has entrusted me with hog logs. I'm told a popular choice of breakfast cereal. Let's get this over with, shall we? Interesting. Interesting. It almost tastes like pork scratchings. Ooh!
Requesting assistant. Doesn't matter how desperate you are. No urinating on campus facilities. It's a bit drizzly outside. Please plan accordingly.
Apologies for the abrupt end to our last segment. I've had a quick rinse and can commence with our review. The border of sweet and savoury is, for some perverse reason, the fashion in fine dining circles, so I suppose it only makes sense that this would trickle down, in some form, to the food of the layperson. Congratulations to you, the common people, for joining in on this most foul of fads.
I believe that smell is you. required